Señoras y señores, sí, esto es Como desde Nueva York con los protagonistas de A Quiet Place 2. How are you guys?
Great, great, Alejandro.
Y estamos con una actriz hermosa y muy talentosa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine. How can I say fine, thank you?
Good.
This is good. I'm good.
Okay. Emily Blunt.
It's a lot of energy. I like it.
Yes.
You woke me up. That was great.
Yeah, because this is a very intense movie.
Yes.
We have to be quiet in the movie, but now
you can be loud because you're so relieved. You're relieved it's over.
You can sing, you can scream, you can do everything you want.
Yes, now. Well, not in this interview.
Please. There are people out there worth saving.
You're kind of superhero in the movie, and your superpower is to be a mom.
Yes.
That's what makes you super strong.
I think it's every mother's superpower. I think she is just filled with this sort of ferocity to protect her children. She'd go to the ends of the earth for them. I think it's what a lot of parents feel about their children. Obviously, the environment she's in is so much more heightened than you ever hope to find yourself in. But she'll do anything for them, and I love her courage. I admire her. I think she defines herself by being their mother.
I don't know why he came all the way up here. He won't survive.
There are people out there.
So this is the sequel of one of my favorite movies of this genre. So when they invite you to join the
cast,
project,
yes.
What do you think about it to be part of the sequel that it's already a success?
Oh, it was, you know, we both loved the first movie very much. I thought it was a wonderful achievement in acting and directing, and such an original yet simple concept. So I was very excited to be part of number 2.
Okay, that's not Where? Mom! Oh my God!
Some people says that it's very difficult that the second part could be as good as the first one.
Yeah, it definitely is a challenge to make the second one as gripping and as intensely exciting as the first one. So, but given the first one and given the same group of people, John as the director, Emily, Millie, that first team that did the first one was coming together again to do the second one. So that was reassuring. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think in a way the challenges were just sort of in anticipation of doing it. You know, I think that was more when John and I started getting in our heads about it a little bit and being like, oh God, like how do you follow the first one? And I think the idea just became to continue the story, and that this really is just you turn the page and you're in part 2. This is the investment that people had in this family. I think he found it really exciting once he started thinking about it, because there's so much mileage to be had with this concept and this world. It's a very simple concept. If you make noise, you die. So what can you do within that world? There's limitless ideas. And so I think he really stretched the boundaries of it, and that was really fun for him.
Oh, well, I always saw, I saw it just 2 nights ago, and for the first time, and it was amazing. I was so surprised. You know, for the story to work, you have to have the perfect story with the perfect cast, with the perfect director, and I think all the ingredients are there with John's creativity and his vision. It wasn't just another sequel. It was a new story. We did, we weren't sure it could be done, but we proved it could be done.
I can't help you.
Please.
What does this movie means to you? Because all the characteristics with the sound, with the performance that you do, and the story that you are involved.
The movie shows a family going through its journey, and for me, it's about Regan coming of age in this movie, and I'm a big fan of coming of age stories.
It's a very interesting concept about the sounds. I want to know which is your favorite sound of the world, and which is the sound that you make you goosebumps or something like that.
Well, I think sounds that gives you the goosebumps. It sounds that you can't figure it out most of the times, unless you know specifically. This is like, ooh, I'm in the room with a lion. That's a different story. But you know, you see what I mean? When you hear lions, so what is the lion doing here, right? I mean, I think certain sound just looked at completely out of place that can be quite, you know, frightening.
I hate when people don't turn off the clicking sound on their phone, you know, when they're texting. Click, 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 click. Just turn it off.
Right.
It's so annoying. Just mute it.
But you know,
click, 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 click.
on our film, sound, it definitely is an amazing character.
Yes, I love
a very important character in the film.
And what about the things that you like a lot, that you hear it and you put it immediately?
Oh,
like,
the sound of you know, my boy, you know, babies, you know, that's a beautiful sound. Laughing, babies laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Certain pieces of music, obviously, I find they're very important to me.
Yeah.
You know, obviously my kids, and it's hard to think of a list immediately.
I love the chemistry between all the family, because you have a very intense and very touchy scenes with the character of your brother, as well with your mother. So how was that? What happened in your mind when you are doing that kind of scenes that you have to survive with all your family together in this environment? Very dangerous, very sci-fi thing, but very dangerous.
Well, it was a lot of fun as well, in a funny way. With the cast, the emotional intensity really affected me, and it affected the choices I made in terms of acting, and also the set on location. If the set on the location was scary enough, that added another layer. Like when we did a night shoot versus a day shoot, you know, it just had a different mood that came into play. But we had so much fun. We would figure out how to sort of overcome the obstacle that was presented in each scene. It was fun.
The people that are left, what they've become, they're not the kind of people worth saving.
And how difficult is to work with your own husband?
It's not really for us. I mean, I think people anticipated it being awful for us, but I think we learnt a lot on the first film, and we fall into step very easily. It helps that I think he's brilliant. I think if I thought he was not, then that would be challenging, you know.
But who has the last word in that relation?
He's the director. I mean, domestically,
exactly.
Professionally, in a quiet place, I'll have to usually let him have the last say. But he values my opinion a lot. He makes me feel very valued. So I can usually like sway him. You know?
Exactly.
He's the boss though, come on. He's conducting this whole thing.
We got some kind of fire. We got units headed out there now.
And there's a lot of action that you have.
Oh yes, I forgot that part for sure. I love that part.
Do you have any, I don't know, like any training? Because you have to do a lot of physical stuff.
No training, not really. I mean, I did have a stunt double who worked with me, and she would do it first, and then taught me, you know, the safe ways to go through the moves, and showed me what to do, coached me. You know, but on my spare time, I'm a rock climber. I made sure to exercise, to eat and sleep and rest well and so forth.
People worth saving.
I mean, it was a challenge for sure, but you know, these guys succeeded so wonderfully in the first movie. You know, Emily and Noah and Millie were magnificent in the first movie. So, and John obviously directed us and gave us wonderful direction, and he is also a fine actor. So it was just a lot of collaboration.
Yeah, and he leaves you. It gives you such a great freedom to relieve you from the words, you know, the text. So you feel free to have your own interpretation. You know?
I don't know why he came all the way up here. There's nothing left.
For you as an actress, What are your dreams? Which kind of movies do you want to be involved in the future? You have plans to make this a long career in Hollywood?
I would hope so. I would love to stay in Hollywood for as long as I can. And yes, to work in film or television. Would love to travel, would love to meet other people, and I would love to act as a villain at least one time. Or some big drama movie, or more horror films. Yes, I think they're just the kind of fun projects.
A superhero, maybe?
Absolutely. I would love that.
It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. We're okay.
This superpower has inspired the people on the web, and everybody wants that you go into the Fantastic Four movie.
They do?
Yes.
That's
what
cool.
do you think?
I don't know.
Would you like it?
I don't know. It depends.
It depends on what.
The script, if it's real.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Congratulations, I love the movie.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you very much.